In a small dusty village nestled between rolling hills and endless fields, there lived a boy named Arjun. His family was poor, so poor that the word poverty barely described their daily struggles. His father worked as a laborer, his mother tended a tiny vegetable garden, and his two sisters helped around the house. Arjun was the youngest, and his pockets were always empty. Not just physically, but symbolically. He carried the weight of having nothing, no money, no resources, no fancy clothes, no toys, no prospects. But what Arjun did carry was something far more powerful, a mind filled with dreams, a heart full of hope, and a spirit that refused to be defeated by circumstances. From a young age, Arjun realized that his poverty was not just about the lack of money, it was about the limits others placed on him. Many in his village believed that if you were born poor, you stayed poor forever. He accepted their fate, and so did many children his age. But Arjun was different. He believed that even if his pockets were empty, his mind could be full. And if his mind was full, there was no limit to what he could achieve. Every day after finishing his chores, Arjun would sit under the old banyan tree near his house. It was his favorite place to think. While other kids played or complained about what they didn't have, Arjun imagined what he could become. He dreamed of being a great inventor, a businessman, a leader who could help his family and village rise out of poverty. One afternoon, as the sun began to set and painted the sky with hues of orange and pink, an old man arrived in the village. The villagers gathered around the stranger, curious about his stories from faraway lands. Arjun too was intrigued and moved closer to listen. The old man told tales of great men and women who started with nothing but ended up changing the world. He spoke of how success wasn't about where you began, but about how big you dared to think. Later, the old man noticed Arjun sitting quietly, lost in thought. He walked over and sat beside him. "What do you want to be, young one?" the man asked gently. Arjun looked up, his eyes shining with determination. "I want to be someone who thinks big, who changes lives, and who never lets empty pockets stop him." The old man smiled. "Remember, it's not the size of your pockets that matters. It's the size of your dreams and the strength of your belief. Think big, and the world will open its doors to you." Those words stayed with Arjun like a beacon of light. But dreaming big was not easy. His village had no proper school, no libraries, and no technology. Arjun could barely afford a notebook, let alone books or tuition fees. Many days he went to bed hungry, his body weak but his mind restless. Instead of giving up, Arjun made a plan. He borrowed old books from the village teacher, learned from his elders, taught himself English by listening to travelers and reading scraps of newspapers. He practiced math by counting grains of rice and coins his family earned. Every moment was an opportunity to learn. When others laughed at him for being poor, he smiled quietly. Their laughter was noise. His vision was silence filled with possibilities. By the time Arjun was a teenager, his determination caught the attention of a local philanthropist visiting the village. The philanthropist offered to sponsor Arjun's education in the city. Leaving the village for the first time, Arjun felt a mixture of excitement and fear. The city was overwhelming, full of noise, strangers, and challenges he had never imagined. But his mind was focused on one thing: thinking big. He worked hard in school, often studying late into the night after long days of part-time jobs to support himself. His empty pockets had not magically filled, but his dreams had grown even bigger. He started a small business selling handmade crafts, then expanded to providing tutoring for other poor kids like him. Years passed and Arjun's efforts began to bear fruit. Graduated from university with top honors. Started a company that created affordable technology solutions for rural areas. And became a role model for millions who believed success was out of their reach. But Arjun never forgot his roots. He returned to his village and built schools, libraries, and learning centers. He created scholarships for talented children with empty pockets but full hearts. He taught them the same lesson the old man had taught him, that your circumstances do not define your future, but your dreams and determination do. Arjun's story spread across the country and beyond, inspiring countless people to believe in the power of thinking big. He often spoke at events and said, "When I was a boy, my pockets were empty, but my mind was full. That fullness is what carried me through every hardship." If you want to change your life, you must start by changing your mindset. Dream beyond what you see, believe beyond what you feel, and work beyond what you think is possible.